Alex Neil, another win. How happy were you with what your team gave you today?
I thought we performed really well. I think the only disappointing thing, certainly from the first half, is I thought we were a bit wasteful in terms of chances. I thought we had a lot of really good opportunities, and at half time, if we were 3-0 up, I don't think that would have been. I think that would have been a fair reflection of the game. Unfortunately, we weren't, which meant second half we had to go out and work really hard. Got the second goal, and we were hoping by that stage we could have sort of, I wouldn't say take our foot off the gas, but you want to play within yourself a little bit because we've got more important games to come up, certainly on Tuesday. But then they get a goal, which is really disappointing from us, and then we have to sort of roll our sleeves up and go and see the game out. And we managed to get a third, but I thought over the piece, I thought we performed really well. Made it harder than what I thought it needed to be. But we won the game and deserved to win the game convincingly in my eyes.
Yeah, it's becoming a familiar pattern here, isn't it? Games that you're winning, and at the end we're saying, well, that could have been even more comfortable.
Yeah, but the main thing is we're winning them, because there's been times in the past where, before when the team was in the Championship, where we were getting draws against these type of teams and maybe not winning as many games as we would have liked. So the fact that we're winning them, we're now top of the league. It's not all bad.
No. How pleased were you with the link up between Wes Hoolahan and Alex Pritchard, given that they can't have played very much together?
No, they haven't, but I thought the game suited them. That's why I put the two of them in. Certainly for Alex, because he hasn't played much this season, but I thought he did well. I thought his contribution in terms of work ethic was good. The quality he's got, we know that's there. That's never been in question. And I thought the two of them linked up well together, so yeah, it was good.
And we saw the very best of Wes Hoolahan today as well, didn't we?
Yeah, but I think we come to expect that from him. He created the first goal, or scored the first goal, with a great bit of skill, created the second goal for Cameron. So yeah, but we know what his qualities are and what he's capable of doing. And when he's on that type of form, then he's really difficult to handle.
There was no Johnny Howson in the squad today. Was that injury or illness?
Yeah, no, it was injury for John. He got knocked his ankle, which ruled him out, which was disappointing for him and for us, because he's a big player for us. So to play as well as we did without John was really pleasing.
Do you know how severe it is? Are you looking at him being out for a while?
No, I'm hoping he's going to be available for Tuesday.
That's good news then, because without Brady today, but it just goes to show the strength of the squad. You didn't have Brady, you didn't have House, and you can bring in a player like Alex Pritchard.
Yeah, and then I've got Josh Murphy to come on, who creates the next goal. Stephen Naismith come on, got his goal. So yeah, really pleased for them all. We've got good players, a good team. And
you're going to need it, aren't you? Because you've just had 2 weeks without a game, and it's relentless again now. You've got 5 games in 2 weeks, including today.
Yeah, and we've got some difficult places to go, which we know is always going to be tough in this league, and it's about keeping that level of performance week in, week out. That's always the difficulty, because I think any team can play well now and again. We've got to make sure that our levels are that sort of high every week.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already, but the goal that you gave away today, and it's something you've touched on from time to time this season, you do make it a little bit more difficult for yourselves than it needs to be, don't you, sometimes?
Yeah, I just think that there seems to be a lackness about us. We actually worked on it this week in terms of responding and reacting from kick-offs. For and against, so it was something that we'd sort of done a bit of work on, but it's difficult to recreate an actual game and the joy of scoring a goal in an actual game, because when you score it in training it's different. It doesn't carry the same weight, but yeah, it'll be something we'll discuss and we'll certainly want to improve on.
I think the chairman was on Football Focus earlier saying he's been getting texts off you after his performances on Strictly. Will he be getting one tonight?
Yeah, but we'll see. I think he's doing the Paso Doble, so we'll see how that goes.
We'll leave it there. Thank you.